What's the deal? What up, gang? What's the deal? What up, Eddie? That's what's going on?
How you doing, bro?
Chilling, chilling. Yeah, I fucking see you, chat. Y'all snuck in. I saw Javier pointed it out. Actually, a bunch of people pointed it out through different ways. Yeah, I was just I was running late, and I started the stream in a rush. I must have missed the members selection when I was starting the stream. So I didn't mean it, but you know what? Fuck it. Y'all gathered already? I'm not gonna be like, nope. Join the waiting list. There will be next year. There's always next. It's alright. Fuck it. It's the 1st of June. Well, it's our first June 2nd. It's the session. It's the 2nd of June, actually. 3rd of June if you're in Asia. But yeah, I feel like, because like people in the private session, right? They pay for the Sunday Unfiltered, but it's not like we're public always, right? It's like it happened. It's like the second time it happened in the 2 years that I've streamed. So congrats, you guys get a free session today. All right, let's see what we got going on. Besides Lanky Box that I have playing on my TV in front of me. What up, Santos? All right. So we've closed bearish on everything, right? Oh no, except the monthly. That monthly closed really bullish, broke previous month highs. We're gonna make a top wick this month, right? Like if you want to swing, like you can take positions. This monthly is creating a top wick. I don't care what you say. At some point, this monthly is gonna create a top wick, and that's gonna be at least 200-300 pips for you. But it depends on when, because this shit could come down pretty steep. Right, so if you're swinging and if you know how to manage positions and if you're not over risking, it's at some point we're going to create a top wick on the monthly. Anyway, weekly closed bearish, the daily closed bearish, the 4 hours bearish. So I mean, we're going to see some bearish momentum, even if that monthly is that bullish, right? We're going to see that monthly pull back, create a bottom wick. That's why every other time frame below it is bearish, because it's going to push towards a bottom wick for the monthly. Interesting. Let's drop some levels. Yeah, this little shit's 100 pips. Wild. Alright. So if you can tell, while we do have a pretty decent higher time frame range, we are stuck in this little shit show on the smaller time frame, right? And this is the range here previously, right? You see that little box? And it's got to break out one way or the other out of here to show us momentum. So we probably got to close outside these areas, right? And if we look, there's probably a level there on a smaller time frame. Let's go to the 5. So yeah, that's an exact level right there, right? We pretty much got that on point, and that's an exact level right there. Pretty much got that on point, right? So we want to really break out of this smaller time frame range to really get some direction, or get a sense of some kind of direction, right? It's only about 25-26 pips this part in the middle, but I'd rather break out of it. And if we're gonna trade anywhere in here, right? If we're gonna trade anywhere in this area, because for now, it's not ideal. We're gonna trade anywhere in here, right? We first want to see the market either break out of here, right? So we could trade down, or if we are going to trade through that range, we'd want these bottom wicks to tap a support, and we'd want to break back into that range. And that's the only way we're trading this red range, the one that looks red, right? We want to see this. If we want to see this, then we're taking buys up and we're trading right through it until the next higher time frame support. But or vice versa, right? We want to see, oh, people at the door, come in. Or vice versa, we want to see, right, the market break up here, show us that there's enough volume to break out of this smaller time frame range. And if it can do that, we're either going to hop on above here, or we're going to, right, we're going to hop on, wait for the market to show that it's coming up here, and we're going to hop on right above there. Or we're going to wait for this to break back in range, and that's the only way we're trading this red range, right? Only in this case does this red area become green, right? It only becomes green when this happens. Outside of that, we're going to look for the higher time frames to show us where it's going and hop on. So if we close below here, get a nice stop wick, we're going to ride this down to the lows all the way to 20. Right, there's decent range here. There's enough room. There's about 40 pips of range to come down. Capiche?
Remember it. Write it down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck.
But we want to see the market push, and it's driving now. It's not ranging on a higher time frame, but we were stuck in this little, or we still are stuck in this little smaller time frame range. Because, I mean, well, this was market close, now it's market open, so ipso facto, we're in a little range. Wait, the kids dip? Hold on a second, chat. Oh yeah, they freaking dipped from here. They turned on cartoons in my office. For some streamers. These streamers are getting paid, yo. Lanky Box, two little teenagers, like 100 million subscribers. It's wild. Getting paid. This shit's coming off TV right now. I'm going back to Lord of the Rings. Going back to that. What? On a Sunday? Yay, on a Sunday. This first week I joined and it ain't even exclusive. My bad, Tom. Yeah, you know what? I feel like that. That's what I felt like. I was like, yeah, but then like it would be if I let everybody stay, it's kind of fucked up to the people that do pay, and like, but it happens so rarely. I'm just like, it's all right, you know. They could get a free stream, free Sunday session. He did me dirty. They get a free Sunday session. That's wild. Never mind. Fucking crazy. Alright, so we've tapped this support over here. Again. Created a bottom wick here. 30's closed bullish. There's sort of a head and shoulder thing going on here, right? And every other time frame is bearish. But if the 2 hour flips here, now, you know, we're still below this area. See, we keep wicking down to the downside, and it looks like we're going to reject off of here. But all these taps have made this level that much weaker. So, like, if we can, I feel if we come up here right now and then come back to this level, it's just going to push right through it, come back 23-24, right? Keeps tapping, grabbing all these orders. You can kind of see it squeeze here because, right, you're creating a lower low over here, you're creating a lower high, and over here you're creating a higher low. So eventually it'll pop from here. Let's not guess direction, let's wait to hop on. That's a flawed argument. Why do you prefer Asian session over New York? I don't. I prefer trading New York. I prefer trading both. I prefer trading. Hold on a second, chat. And we're back. Yeah, we're kind of stuck. Let's wait for the market to push, but you can tell, right? If we're gonna, we already have a top wick for the daily. We closed below, so I mean, we can drive up. I'm sorry, we can drive up. We can continue driving down. You probably need to re-break the current daily lows. So you'd want that closure below 2324.32. This is interesting. Might be a bit lower here. I don't know. I don't even know if I trade this. I honestly... Actually, yeah, no, that's a decent level. I was gonna say maybe we'll wait till 2321, but I think below here we can trade. Because we'll see. Here, it's a tricky range. No, the thing is, typically the market when it ranges like this, and then the initial breakout is a fake out because it's grabbing orders to launch the other way, right? It spent the weekend ranging in this little area, right? It spent the weekend ranging in this, this area. So if that's where it kind of ended the session and in this little range, it'll typically break out of the range to grab orders to launch the other way, or it'll do the same thing. It'll come up and grab orders, right? It might even come up to these areas and then boom, that's a drive down. So that's why I'm very careful on ranges like this. We can trade ranges, but since it's created one, it created support, it created a resistance, it filled the range already, right? So at this point, you'd want it to break out of the range. Because you can take the, you know, when you're breaking into a new range, great, you can take that. You found a support, great, you can take the buys up. You found a resistance, you can see that we filled the range, right? Now you're like, all right, so support, resistance, range filled. Now we need the market to start showing us what it's going to do again, because it could do this, it could do this, it could do whatever, right? But wait for it to show. You want to trade with volume and with direction, and wait for it. I would say wait for it to show volume, and once there's volume, you can probably start establishing direction based on price action that happens immediately after volume. Right, the first indication of the volume is closures outside the range, or breaking support or resistance. That's your first indication of volume, if you're able to close outside. And after that, you'll have a chance to figure out direction to see if the market respects the support or resistance that you just broke. If it respects it, if you broke it and then it respects it, then you're continuing, right? If it doesn't and breaks back into a range, you're going to fake out. Oh shit, today's free. It's always free for you, bro. I don't know how you don't show up on Sundays. Gonna wait. I have seen what Wix was saying many times, with more confirmations, possibility of going wrong by less. I mean, yeah, people show up and they're like, buy or sell. Like, you have to trade when you're on the charts, right? Wrong way to go about it. You just got to trade when you see your positions. Doesn't mean that because you have time now on the charts that there's got to be a trade placed and you're either going to be right or wrong. No, you wait for your positions to, the goal is to be right, not to place a trade within the allotted time that you're on the charts. Yo. Green, check your phone for a second. Wait, what the fuck? Yeah. You mentioned Telegram channel for free signals when you execute your trades. No, chat. There's a signal channel and it's !signals. Wait, does it work yet? There's no free. So here's the deal. Before we open Signal Chat, I used to give out my positions in the Clubhouse chat, right? I used to give my positions down in Clubhouse chat, but then like it's unmanaged and there's like plenty of people who aren't in the Clubhouse anymore that were still there, and it's like, so this is an easier way to manage it, and like it's all automated now, and like I don't have to worry about it. Whoever signs up, whoever doesn't, I got no control over it. Your signals connected to your account directly like Don's, yeah, like I don't have any manipulation on my signals. There's nothing can be edited. It's like I take a trade, it's a bot, right? It's the same bot that Don uses, it's just a bot. Like once I hit the position on my account, then. But I'll like, it's weird because like, right, if I take a buy or a sell at that time, like it literally posts at that time. And like if you're driving or if you're like, not at the computer, Like it's or if you're like, let's say you have a chance to be at the computer, but you're unaware that there could be a trade. What I'm gonna do is like if I'm on the charts, I'm gonna let Signals Gang know like, hey, like right now I'm at the charts, so like just be aware I'm looking. I think that's how we'll do it. Like, and that way, like I don't have to be like, yo, signal coming up, or like just be aware. I can't like, you know, hold your hand and be like 5 minutes, next 5 minute can't. No, it's just I'll let you guys know when I'm on the charts, and then the rest is up to you. How do you enter that channel? I don't know. It should be set up. Yo, Green, can you check your phone? I texted you, bro. My God's in trouble. Check your phone. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Oh, shit. There goes the Ring of Mordor. I'm watching Lord of the Rings, The Return of the King. Frodo just lost a finger. Smeagol just melted with the ring. Wild. Don't you let go. Don't let go. Yo, how does he sound like fucking Titanic right now? You trying to hold Frodo's hand over the damn lava, over the volcano. Anyway, so I think it should work now, right? Is it working? What up, Hank? Oh, perfect. My uncle was so persistent when trying to tell me I gotta pay taxes for every trade I take. Where do you live? I can tell you how I get taxed. So you're in the US. So the US has a 60-40 rule, right? And my income, my trading income gets taxed at a rate of 60% long-term gains, right? So 60% of my income will get taxed as long-term gains, and 40% of my income gets taxed as short-term gains. That doesn't mean it's a 40% tax. It's just you take 40% of what I've earned, and that gets taxed at a certain rate, at like, I think at like 30%, and then you take 60%, and that gets taxed at like 20%, something like that. It's roughly, you don't have to be like, if you're making money, you're making money. You don't have to be like, it's 22.8%. No, bro, it's roughly 30%. All right, you're making money. It's roughly 30%. 30%. You 1/3 of what you make is gonna go to Uncle Sam. That's it. 2/3 goes to you. It's a fair trade for you to have the ability to fucking live this kind of lifestyle. It's a fair trade. 2/3 to you, 1/3 to Uncle Sam. That's it. You made 300K, 100K to Uncle Sam, 200 to you. You good?
Yeah, he's on funded, so they 1099 you, so that's a little different. The write-offs are a little different, and the tax is a little different than when you trade your own personal capital, because you're basically an employee of a
Roughly
subcontractor
30%.
or yeah, it's about the same.
But roughly 30%. You know what I'm saying? Like it doesn't matter if it's 25 or 35. It's roughly 30%. It's just it sucks if it's 50, or if you're Canadian and it's 60.
Yeah, you just have a lot of time though when you're 1099. You wait till next year you do your taxes, and then you can pay them quarterly, so you have so much time to pay your taxes.
Wait till you blow the account. Don't pay shit. Yeah, I know Canadians pay roughly 60 cents of every dollar they make to the government. Some's got to pay for the socialist lifestyle. Wait, hold on a second, chat. Yes, Joe, it's up to you, but legally you must. Well, you're in the U.S. It's an offshore broker. At some point, you need the money, right? You're gonna have to receive the money. Oh, I got you, Hank. Hold on. When's Uncle Wick's gonna visit Asia? I was planning like around August, September, but I don't know if that's on right now. I have like some shit going on with family, so I don't know. I keep saying some shit like my pops is sick and my uncle is very sick too. So depending on how things go, we'll see how trips go. Is there any way I can vote for Trump while I'm over here in Brazil? Bruh. Yes, just donate. Donate to Trump. Stepped away from trading for a few months. Seems like many people switched to futures. Wishing your family well. Thank you very much. Appreciate that. Yes. Many people switch to futures. I mean, many people have no choice. Or many people are making the better choice for themselves. And I honestly think it's a good choice. You can be legally trading with no worries at basically no spread, right? Number two, and on a regulated broker with a guarantee of being able to withdraw your funds within a certain amount of time, right? Like, if you visit Central Asia, I got you. Where in Central Asia? Advantage points. Well, advantage points. It depends how you interpret it, right? But once you switch to futures in the process of it, advantage points. I have and I haven't, so I'm trading both futures and forex. But advantage points can let you know where the market's heading, or from where it's going to take that leap. And what we know is during a ranging market, it doesn't just drive one way. Like you can see it drive on a small time frame. You might get, depending on the size of the range, you might get the pips you need or not. But the overall drive for the day typically happens after tapping a strong area of interest, right? And on the higher time frames, it's these rejection, like see these strong rejections from where the market just continues to drive, like right here, it just took off. Right here, it took off. So if we know, see right here, it took off. Right here, it went down. From this area, it went down from this area. So if we know this is the area the market takes off on the downside, and we understand that we probably need to create a steeper top wick on the daily, because this was what we did. The first thing we did was come up and tap a resistance, but not a level that we tend to drive off of. So while we might respect this area, I believe we're going to have to tap into here for the eventual drive up, right? Because this is an area where the market, I mean, for the eventual drive down, because this is an area where the market just drives down from. So once the thing is, by New York, this is Asian session, right? So the market is just opening up for us. So typically we'll get the range or the pullback and the drive will happen in New York a lot of the time, but not always. And that's when you can understand that you have to approach Asian session a bit differently than New York. I was just it's so funny. I was talking to Don yesterday about this. Yesterday morning or day before yesterday, how like the approach, the trading and the technical analysis, right? It's all the same, and the fundamental knowledge of candles, or your baseline knowledge of candles, it's all the same, but you have to approach the session differently, where those levels and those rejections are already made by the New York session, right? You see how we're coming down now? I'm not too sure if we're going to head down, because I believe we need to tap 2330 here. But by New York session, shit, it can be doing the same thing as it's doing right now, right? Except by New York session, we've done this already, and we've done this, right? And now we're driving the same way, and the daily will pretty much look the same, just with a steeper top wick, right? And same thing, because market's not ready to drive it. It needs to bounce off a strong area, right? A strong rejection area, higher time frame area from where you drive, right? You can see the market driving from here. It drives down. You can see the earlier bounce right here, wasn't it? It tried. You can see the later bounce, steeper top wick, came down. So, but while we understand that, we also trade, right, for a short amount of time here, right? We got 2 hours here, and 1/4 of our session is already gone. We have 3/4 left, right? So the first quarter of our session is gone. And look at this. We've kind of respected this support, gang. So we've respected the support, the stronger closure on the 30. And if we think we're going to need to make a steeper top wick on the daily, you see how that area was respected on the previous candle? And now we've come down and tapped a strong support on the 30. If we flip, we will most likely get to 2327 before any kind of rejection. And that would be us breaking back into a range. It's very, very interesting. Yeah, but the 30 flip, maybe the hourly. The thing is, the 30, if the 30 flips, the hourly's still bearish. Yeah, we'll probably need to see the hourly actually close bullish. Let's see. It makes a lot of sense here. much time we have left? Yeah, I think if we come up, it's gonna be short term, right? It's gonna have to be a quick scalp because we're gonna be better off selling on the next hourly or on the next 4 hour, unless this is gonna be a strong push up, right? And we haven't closed outside the range, so like, not a single time frame has given us indication that there's enough volume to break out the range. Right, so if the previous hourly was a bullish candle, this 30 flip would be valid. Completely valid. But it's not. We signed up for the signals. You get access to Wix table and Zoom? Yes. Yes, you get access to everything below. You have a lifetime plan? Yeah. Get rich or die trying. Similar to 50s. What up, Javier? Oh shit, my stream's on the delay. You did that a while ago. See Javier doing this in my stream. Opinions on funded accounts? Unnecessary stress. Unnecessary. You want to make this as stressless or stressful. No, you want to make this as stress-free as possible. Stressless. New word, gang. Right? You don't want to invite emotions into your trading or impulses. You want to have no stress. That's a nice background, Hank. What is that? Is that your building lobby or is that your living room? The big ass windows. Kitchen table? You got some tall ceilings, bro.
I think Hank's on vacation in a Maine still.
Oh, all right, all right. It looks like a Maine type of house. Definitely like a Maine windows.
Well, you didn't see what he posted in food yesterday?
No.
He had like 10 lobsters, fucking like, bro,
Damn.
Everything.
Damn.
So Gene, does your Apex account ever give you a message about not having active data? Yeah, is it the first account that you buy with them? If it is, then you have to send them a message because it's included in your subscription.
Oof. 5 tried to close below. It did. Got a mini wick, but this is small. This small range here to this little area. 7 pips. You really want a higher time frame. Closure. Closure. Roaches of the ocean. You know, somebody in my high school, somebody that I used to know, she used to say that. She used to say those sea cockroaches. Cool story, Wix. Oh man. Using IC markets, gold USD chart look different. It could happen like that. What, like the 4 hour? Or maybe you're on a different time frame? Or it just looks different because this is like the market close and open of on the broker can be a bit different. But it'll typically even out within the first 2 hours of the session. How was my Sunday? It's still happening. I'm still living it. It's not perspective. Elites find the dirtiest, most abundant thing, then make it a social delicacy and tax the fuck out of it. Clam chowder, lobster, pulled pork tacos, and you eat kosher? No, you don't. Not after that clam chowder. And the pulled pork. That pulled pork. Unless it's fucking like not meat. Ooh, the hourly flipped. The 30 flipped. The 15 is gonna close leg candle. Or doji. You have the last 15 minutes of the 4 hour coming up here. We're still in a range. 4 hours bearish, so we got to be careful. Yeah, the hourly flipped, but I think the flip is going to be short-lived. It can ride up, and then the point is not to guess. The point is to hop on when you have an indication of where it's going. Like, you don't, this isn't all the room you have in the market. What's on my screen. The market is big. Look at all this fucking, look at all that black space to trade. That's all, you know, that's all possibilities. Just wait for it to drive and then hop on. So yeah, like you might see this level respected and the motion here starting to play out, but that 15 close, leg candle, no top wick, right? Chances are it'll pull back, and if it doesn't, it keeps on driving. You still have a 4 hour closure here in 14 minutes, and right now we are bearish, so you don't want to be buying or in a buy with that 4 hour closure closing bearish below the range. Capiche? Chef made you a steak. Oh, you got the chef came with the mansion? That's crazy. I mean, that's not crazy. That's kind of standard, but like, I didn't know the clubhouse was living it. Could somebody invite me on vacation, please? Chat, it's been like, I've been putting in work here on YouTube. I haven't had a vacation. Like, I haven't missed a stream in like 2 years. 2 streams. I think 2 streams we missed in 2 years. But like, I live where the entire world vacations, right? So like, the fuck. I need to go see an iceberg or something. Just drop me off in the middle of Alaska or so for a week. Y'all got beaches in Alaska? I'm trying to be right near the beach. Boy.
A lot of frozen beaches.
I was about, yeah, I think they got cold plunge beaches in Alaska.
Cold plunge beaches. I could do it. Just walk out of there with a frozen dreadlock, cracking it in half.
Then you could sell it on eBay.
It's going into the Wix 9 Museum of Forex. Top shelf. You going to stream for free? No, you're going to be sent a bill right after this stream. Please leave a tip. Live streams. I mean, we're here usually for a couple hours. You guys shouldn't even be here, honestly. This is a private session that got unprivated. Security took a day off. So technically, 16 pips to top. Be interesting 4 hour. I mean, we want to close below the range, right? To be able to trade the 4 hour down on the next 4 hour, but we'll see. We'll see. Fire the security? I don't know where they're at. They're at the bar. How many days till mango started to ripe? I think it's another like peak probably in like a month. What did that give you? See, top of the range. Yeah, we would be in, like I said, if the previous hourly was bullish, we'd be in there, but six. Did you set up your live futures account yet? No, I had to, because I'm putting a substantial amount in there, and I had to get it from somewhere. So just moving things around. All right. So this 4 hour could flip eventually and close bullish, but we will see within the next 9 minutes. All right. This could be fool's gold here on the hourly, and we could still end up coming down. It's going to go up, possibly. Or definitely at some point. It's arbitrary to say that right now. Very arbitrary. It also depends what you're looking for. Huh. Yeah, have you guys taken advantage of the voice channel?
Yeah.
You guys in there? You trading in there?
Not today, but we've been using it.
Yeah, that's dope. That's what I want to hear. I want to see this being.
Yeah,
I've been trying to. I seen you guys use it once, and I thought you were testing it out. I was trying to hop in there, but I just had some other things I needed to do. But it's dope. I'll hop in there.
Yeah, they were on there for hours.
Yeah, the other night we were on there for like 2 hours. And then the other night I popped in because somebody had some questions and I was just charting.
And that's just the clubhouse chat, right? I mean, the clubhouse voice.
Yeah, the clubhouse. Yeah.
Security ain't coming back for June.
And I think now with the level 2 unlocked, the quality is supposed to be better for the.
Oh, you boosted the shit out of the server, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Thank you. Good shit.
And so did let me see, what's his name? Secretary, not sure. I didn't know that you can double boost. So he double boosted and then I double boosted and we got it
Sick.
to levels.
Teamwork. But you guys see how we needed to kind of break out of the range to drive the other way? I mean, it happened on the 5, right? But same thing. We broke out one way to grab orders. The idea is still the same, just to go the other way. So the initial break out of the range is typically not it when you're ranging in such a small range. That's just another example of it. I just have a hard time taking that But even with everything that we understand, and we need to come up here for a steeper top wick on a daily, which I think we just created. No, we didn't. I'm sorry. That was a smaller time frame, but we're heading up there probably to create a steeper top wick. Let's just get a bullish 4-hour closure at this point now, right? Because right now it's not too healthy for us. But here's the thing: as long as we close. Yeah, this is going to be key. Above 23.27 or below. And how this candle closes. Wicks, no wicks. How deep into the range. Because even though we understand we need to come up and tap or create a steeper top wick, it doesn't mean there's a drive up after that. It means we can still continue on down. We just most likely need to come back to 23.30. I mean, 23.30 is not out of reach here if you got buys over there, but like understand that at that level it can be a quick push back down. But it's not out of reach, right? As long as we get closures above here. But like in a situation where you're not sure, you should always be closing out positions and reopen them when you have a full plan. Dustin, yeah, you're screwed. It all, like, wait for closures. Let the higher time frames tell you. I would say, yeah, if the 4-hour closes below 23.27 here, then I'd say, or any type of bearish, right? Which would probably be below, then start managing risk. Oh. Four minutes. At what point should one stop journaling trades? I mean, at the point where it doesn't help you. You're doing it for a reason, right? You're doing it so it can help you out, but if it's not helping you out, if it's not like having an effect, if it's not having an impact on your trading, then don't fucking do it. Where should your TP be? I think you should close the trade and figure those things out and open the trade when you do have everything figured out, and then you can actually have some sample sizing done because you've created a plan and it either worked out and or it didn't work out, right? If it doesn't work out, you scratch the plan. If it does work out, shit, you can see if you can repeat the same exact plan. The key is to figure out what you can rinse and repeat, what you can show up every single day and do over and over and over like clockwork, like no problem, right? The key is to figure out that process. And if that plan works, and if it works one time, it works the second time, third time, then great. But if you don't have a plan, how can you repeat what you're doing tomorrow? I mean, hopefully you don't repeat the drawdown, right? But in general, if it's successful, how can you repeat it next time? You don't have a plan. You're just right now, you're just like, all right, let's but everything's arbitrary. Everything's guesswork. Seconds. Word, mental capital. Hank is stocking up on that mental capital. Oh, man. It's not a great looking candle here either on the hourly. We're below this recent level, so we're gonna need to grab a steep wick. At the moment, we don't have a top wick, but what we do have working for us is this 4 hour. No, we don't. It's strange 4 hour because like the 4 hour level, like look, if you adjust it here right now, you're gonna close right below it, right? So you can create a top wick here. If we really base this on the 4 hour and the hourly doesn't have a top wick, yeah, you know what, gang? I think if we can come up here, I'm gonna look for a sell stop on the flip of the candle. That's really tough. That's not enough of a top wick. No, I didn't say sell stop. I said if we can come up here, I'll have a sell stop, but I also said that's not enough of a top wick. Yeah, we're gonna have to at least 23.2939 right here, this area. If we can tap that and then re-break the lows, fine. I'll be with that. So let's look at it. You see, it's an area that we've driven down off of before, and it's right here. Strong area to push down off of, and it's an area we actually bounced up off of. So if we can tap that high and then re-break the lows, we'll look for sells, because the 4 hour did close doji. So you would look to the candle before that for the previous volume. Right, look at the candle before that, just massively bearish. So are we just grabbing a top wick on the 4 hour? And if that's the case for the top wick on the 4 hour has 4 hours in it. This is going to be a 1 hour bullish drive, a 2 hour bullish drive, and then eventually we'll re-break that 4 hour low, right? So which wouldn't even be during the session. So let's see if we can tap these highs and then re-break the lows. Or if we just continue closing above.
Yeah, we tapped 4 hours this of a dot.
What was that?
I have a 4 hour resistance drawn at 28.675 that we literally tapped on the dot.
28.6. On the 4 hour, right? Yeah, I see. I just don't think that's an area we're going to drive down from. If you look, that's not where we drive down off of. Like, yeah, it's a support here, but the actual drives down come from here from here up here. 30, 29 areas. It would be great because it would re-break the previous 4-hour high. It doesn't have to, right? They can flip right here and start coming down. But I wouldn't be confident in that drive without tapping that area first. Because then I'll still think in my head, all right, we haven't tapped it. At some point, even though we flipped, we're going to come back up there and tap it. So I don't want to be part of that drawdown. That was a strong rejection on the hourly. I'm not ruling out buys either, right? Like, we can get buys. It's possible. But we're going to need to see some bullish closures. Oh, excuse me. I'm so tired. How often you do live trading? 5 days a week.
But the reason I asked if you set up your TradeForEx account yet, is that a
What was that?
follow-up with that?
Oh, there's
The reason I
flip.
asked,
Sorry, hold on. Give me 1 sec. This is what I don't want to be a part of. You guys seen that flip and it still comes back up? Like, yeah, it can even come down right now. Like, you could have, you know, you could have took sells right there, break it a low or a flip, and it's coming up, and it could still come down after that. But the thing is, if it tapped this area first, or 29 or 30 here, chances are when it comes down, breaks the lows, it's not going to do that on you. It's just going to come down. It might do that now, but your chances of waiting for that area to tap and then doing it increases the probability of you winning the trade. You record your short videos by weekends? No, I just do them whenever I feel like doing them.
so the reason I asked is because how are you going to do signals with the TradeForEx account? You can't use that Discord bot.
No, it's not about the TradeOvate. There it goes. See, it's coming back down. It's not about the TradeOvate account. It's just I'm going to do it off my Forex account because that's how the bot works. And then if you're on futures, you'll just know to take a position where I'm taking a position. And it's pretty simple. Like if there's a buy stop, you can see on the my price where like the buy stop would be on the Forex candle, right? So when the candle flips on futures, that's when you take it, or whatever the price is. Sorry, gang. We almost got there. We didn't quite get to where we want to go. So I don't have a sell here. But it does make sense. This completely makes sense in terms of price action. Just didn't exactly bounce off the level I want. This is strange too, right? You don't want to be in here. The 5 closed above and broke out of the range, right? This can be a bottom wick for this 5 to load up and continue up. So it's still a bit arbitrary. You don't want to throw darts at a board here, right? Oh, that reminds me.
I don't throw darts at a board. I bet on sure things.
What's it loading up to do? Is it possible to reach 2336? Everything's possible. Is it going to happen on your terms? Probably not. Are you the go-to guy for Asian sessions? That's hilarious. I've never heard that one before. You're a fucking W. Yes, dog. This is the go-to stream. What did he want me to tell him? Nope, you're better off somewhere else. Take your chances with the mask guy, or I don't know. Never mind, I don't even know who I'm talking about. Oh shit, a couple of Joes in the house. Joe, meet Joe. So the 5 closed bearish, but respecting this, so it's indicating that 27 has been established as a support here on the small time frame, right? Now let's get a bullish 15 closure here in 4.5 minutes, and then we'll look for some buys to the top of the range. Or we will look to reject at the level that I initially thought we would reject at. This isn't bad though. The hourly's got a bottom wick, right? At this point, like if we come up here and tap 23.29, we can have sell stops on a break at a low. Are we shorting? Oh, there's a possibility of a buy or sell. They're setting up in such a way where there's a chance of both. You're edging. What do you look for if price drives before getting to your ideal advantage point? The next place where I could take advantage of it? Simple. Real happy someone is dedicated to Asian session. New to this? Nah, we ain't new to this. We true to this. Oh, you're new to this. All right. Yes, join us. Please answer me. Now you have position. No. How about now? And now? How about now? No, no positions. No position. You will clearly hear it, see it on the screen, and the signal gang will get a signal. No one's trading new to this. New to this. Is the blue line a sell stop? No, that was just the level we wanted to tap before we see a bearish flip on the 4 hour. If we were to take that trade. Did you ever blow an account? Yes, Joe. You silly goose. Of course I've blown accounts. If you ever ask anyone in trading, have they ever blown accounts, and they tell you no, I'm not saying don't believe them. I'm just saying chances are they're probably lying, not telling the truth. Or just chances are. Because like everybody loses, right? Like chances are it ain't true. It could be true. I'm not saying like, right? But chances are, just like smoking weed or doing drugs when you're trading is really not good for you, right? So like I'm great at it, but chances are for the majority of people it's probably not a good idea. So you play your probabilities. Right? If your girl crashed your car 2 times, chances are that 3rd time is coming. Thought something was going to get thrown. That hourly flip on the last hourly was a good idea, huh? It was a 30 flip. Not a bad idea. All right. 15 closed here. Not much of a top wick. How long do you stream for? A few hours, 2 to 3 hours. I don't trade on the weekends. All right, so we're tapping. We just tapped that area, right? It's funny how that area falls in line with our recent 15 here. I didn't even realize that. How the 4-hour rejection point fell in line with that 15. So at this point, if we come back down and break the 4-hour low, I will take a sell on the rebreak of the 4-hour low at 2326.14. I don't have a sell stop yet, but if we start coming down there, I'll set it because right now I think it's too early. We have no indication that we're going to reject here. It is just that this is an area we needed to tap before coming down if it is a rejection. But it might drive up, might drive straight up. Can you please explain the analysis again? No, there was fucking 540 people here that watched it. Just rewind. That's the great thing about YouTube. You can literally just rewind a few moments, or like for 5 minutes. But if you don't even need to rewind. Like we're live, we're literally breaking it down as like just be patient. Wait for like a minute or two, and we'll re-talk about it. Right? We'll rehash the subject. Looks good, but look, 30 still open. We can close bullish on the 30. We can continue the drive up. It's just gotta wait here. I think last Sunday we had 2 trades, right? Last week. Mavs, Celtics. I don't know. Are the Celtics favorite? I prefer the Mavs over the Celtics. I know there's a bunch of Boston fans in here, but honestly, I prefer the Mavs over the Celtics. But like, who does Vegas have? Vegas has, I think, Boston. You guys watched UFC last night? Yeah, I was watching it. Fucking Don texts me at like 2 a.m. Fucking wild. I'm like, no, he was like, you watching? I'm like, yeah. I mean, but I thought it was like a pretty simple bet also. Like, Islam is just like Khabib was. He's just like a level above everybody. It just, people from that region of the world, the way they, I don't know, it's just something in their wrestling, their training. It's the bears, right? They're wrestling bears and shit. If I don't see over 250 likes in the next 10 minutes, I'm hacking everybody's shit. I'm joking. Thanks for clarifying that. Because everybody all of a sudden started liking. He was joking, Chad. He's not going to hack your shit. Confirmed joke. They didn't think it was a joke. Yeah, Dagestan. This is Dagestan. They're crazy. Alright, coming up. So, I mean, making sense now, right? We said we probably need to see, if you realize where you are session-wise, you realize what you need to see, and we're re-breaking the daily candle high, the daily high, right? Remember we talked about steeper top wick, and that doesn't mean that it's going to come back down. It just means now if it does come back down, you have what you need, and you can be confident in your sells when it does come back down. It doesn't mean it's going to be sells. It means it can, can continue up, and you have to adjust. Now that we've tapped this, it's kind of irrelevant. Hey, where's that guy that had buys at 23.30? Somebody told him he was cooked. You see, we told you, just like, be patient. Shit's back. You're in profits right now, homie. Probably close out and then approach your next trade with a plan. Oh, L. Change your name. Change your name to W, bro. Hank, he's going to be a W now. How are you at minus 112? You said you had entry at 23.30. Yeah, bro. Close and then have a plan. W, formerly known as L. Sell limit was 30.05. Congrats. Good shit. %30 of the time it works all the time. That's true. But like, you're back at entry. L. Proceed at your own risk. Remember I said it's going to go up? This stream or last stream? What you talk about, Willis? Oh, what is this on my screen? Yo, I honestly, I fucking hate this time of the year because like baseball season starts and like every other sport ends. Did you guys watch Real Madrid beat Dortmund?
Bro, what a fucking game, bro.
I honestly think like Dortmund deserved to win. They played a better game.
Yeah, for sure.
They played the better game. But the thing is, they had their chances in the first half, and they needed to take advantage. Real Madrid, like it was a given. Like the talent on there is just a given. They had to you needed to score in the first half and put yourself in the lead. If they score one goal, I don't think Real Madrid scores two. I think if they score just one, the game is completely different. If they don't.
Also, the score probably should have been like 3-2 because they missed so much in the
Yeah, they hit the
first.
post. It's just.
Yeah.
Real Madrid always be winning. Like, no, Real. Yeah, that's the thing. They got talent. They got the great players, clutch play. Like they probably have the best player in the world right now. Junior is probably the best player in the world right now. It's just the year he's had is insane. Music? Oh shit, we gotta flip the tape. My bad. My bad. Why you talk about Real Madrid? Because the championship just played out this weekend. We spoke about everything, right? The Rangers lost. That's enough of that. We're talking about soccer, and we spoke about UFC. Damn, I said the word soccer, and the German just came flowing out of them. English. No Sputnik on the chat.
Yo, Gene, you're lucky. You're lucky. I'm seeing my name in the chat, bro. You gotta tag at Market Mechanic.
Or
Uh, no, no. You
all
don't
right,
have to
hold on.
sign
Yeah,
it.
we got 40 seconds here. This can get really interesting. Oh, wait, let's wait for this 30 to close. What's the range? Oof, it's a strong rejection on the 5, but it's if it holds this area, 20 seconds above 28.7. We can look for a bottom wick here, right? 23.27 and have a buy stop. Is it gonna? It's gonna hold that area? No, no, it's not.
The top and the bottom would go.
No bottom wick. 15 closed bullish, not bearish. Yeah, if we can come down here, I think 2328.1. This will be enough. But I need to come down. If it's just gonna come up, then like let it be. Let it go. Let it go. Not even. I'd probably want a steeper wick. Yeah, like 27.7. We might get it, gang. So couple of things here. If we break this low, I'll have a sell. That's the 4-hour low being rebroken. Okay. I don't have a sell stop for one reason, because I think there's a chance the hourly, I'm sorry, the 30 can flip bullish here, so I haven't set it yet. And if the 30 flips bullish, I don't know if I'm willing to take that position. I'm looking at it. What did we tap? Oh, we tapped the level exactly that I pointed out. It's at 27.7, 27.6 we've tapped. And the previous candle had no bottom wick, right? Yeah, I would rather see the 4-hour sells here, to be honest with you, than this bullish flip. Yeah, I'm not gonna take a bullish flip here. I'd rather wait on the 4-hour break of the lows. Matter of fact, I'm gonna have a sell stop here. I'm gonna put a sell stop right. Wait, where's the 4-hour break of the lows? Yeah. Right there. It's only the first few minutes of this 15-minute candle too. Right? It could be a 4-minute bottom wick, but oh fuck, hold on. Let me set it up. Yo, why is my fucking mouse jumping? Who's doing this? Who's controlling my mouse? Yo, that was some weird shit. I just went into my MT5 and I'm trying to put the mouse on the level where I wanted to trade and it keeps skipping up and down. I'm like, what the hell? Is that latency?
So Roger Banks hacked your mouse.
Yo. And this is really based off the higher time frame with the daily being bearish here. We we created a daily top wick. We came down, tried to drive, came back up, rebroke that top wick, tapped the area of interest that we called earlier, 2330. The 4 hour, if you can tell, it closed doji, right? But it closed doji a bit, like if we zoom in here, it closed doji respecting this little resistance that we have to the left here on the 4 hour. You guys see that? My screen's skipping for some reason. Like I'm trying to move it and it's skipping. Like right here. So it's really interesting. Hold on, let me adjust that. So then why do we not respect that as resistance on the 4 hour, right? If we're gonna come up. And now we're gonna, if we re-break the lows that we made initially to open the candle, like we should, based on price action, head to the next support. So the 15 came down, a chance it fills the SWIC up, right? Maybe not time yet for the 4 hour. And this is lovely to come up to. Looks pretty. The 30 looks good, closed above the most recent. The 15 came down, grabbed that wick. I'm just not convinced. $12 pip advantage point, right? Closed above the overall, closed above the most recent. $23.29.3. Yeah, there's a level right
Yeah,
above
30
it
minutes
right
ticking,
here.
or nothing's happening.
Yo, normies are allowed today? Yeah. So this is the first trading session of the month in general. This is the very beginning of the monthly. So that doji candle was the first 4-hour candle of June. That 4-hour doji. How long I'm going to have these sell stops before removing them? I believe only for the remainder of this hour. Because if it doesn't do that now, you'll have a bullish closure above the range. Unless the hourly here closes doji or bearish, then I'll leave them on there. Right, so the idea was if we're going to drive up, if the market is going to drive up, it'll do it on this 15. Right? Because it bounced off that area, off this support, and you would see a spring up. Unless the higher time frame takes over, which typically does, right? And then this is the higher time frame top wick now, which we don't know yet either unless we start breaking the lows. Sell stop? No, my sell stop is at no, why it's so different here. On my broker, it's 2325.97. Same areas, the break at a 4-hour low. And remember what I said, it's a long candle, right? You can spend another hour or two in here, and then by like 1 a.m. start breaking that low. By 12, by midnight. Damn, so Edmonton's about to close this out, huh? Panthers Oilers in the finals. Chat, I looked at tickets today for the Stanley Cup Finals, and the first 3 games are like, you can get tickets for like $400 or $500, right? So it's not bad if you go with like a family of 5, like, all right, cool. But then like game 4, the game you want to see, like the clinching game, game 4 or game 5, those tickets are starting at like the good tickets are at like 2-3 grand. Like 1,500. W Oilers? Yeah, no, I'm gonna root for the Panthers. I'm a Rangers fan, but at this point, like for the finals, I root for the Panthers. Because who doesn't want a parade down Sunrise Boulevard? Who doesn't want to block traffic in South Florida? That's just normal Leafs pricing. Yeah, I know. Like, the Rangers games, when I used to go to the Rangers games, those games were like $5-6 a piece. Okay seats. Not the best, but like, good seats at the Garden. Nothing beats a Knicks game at the Garden. Knicks game at the Garden is though, because you're basically sitting like on top of the court, like everybody's overlooking the court. It's just live in there. Good thing the Leafs can't make it past the first. Yo, that's an insta ban on Don's stream. It's an insta ban in the New York session.
Maybe 15 closes.
What?
Maybe 15 closes.
Well, I can't hear you. Your mic is low. Hack me. There's that flip. Last 15, right? So that 15 closed uglier than a fucking Blair Witch. Look at this shit. So we've created this range, right? The wicks are ranges. Oh, welcome, Jacob. So we've created this little range here, top of this wick, because this is a range, this is a range. Now we're gonna play in it. See, 5-minute range. You still in a sell stop? Yeah, I've entered a sell stop. Technically, so what I'm gonna do, I'm gonna delete it, so, but technically you can leave this open until this 4-hour closes because the trade's based off the 4-hour, but I'll add it back on if or when we start coming back down. But for now, because this is the last 15 of this candle, right? It's not gonna flip and drive to the bottom in the last 15, so last 12 minutes of this hourly. You're 15 shooting up with no bottom. That's fine, right? You could really base this off the 30, but like, not the way it prints here. What I do like though is cleared out this range, right? You had a little like this range now up, like it's completely cleared out, and it's gonna drive through there. Whereas previously you had a lot of play here. So next time we come back through this range on the way down, it should just drive right through it. Put on your Van Beesburg jersey? No. No better place to catch a game or any event? Well, any event, I don't know. I've heard really good things about the Sphere. Anybody been in the Vegas Sphere? I heard it was pretty wild.
It's similar like that here in Florida.
What's like that?
They have something similar like that in a museum here in Florida. I saw an ad for it today. I was gonna book some tickets to go.
Oh, I'm trying to go watch The Matrix in the Sphere. I'm trying to go see some crazy shit.
It looks like the Sphere, but it's smaller, and they only do like visuals of like plants and like oceans and stuff. Nothing crazy like that. But it's pretty cool.
So it's more like a snow globe. tiny sphere. What's your opinion on the Ducks? Enjoy the summer.
Eddie.
What?
Eddie, can you hear me?
Eddie.
You're saying the dude got denied his payout because he went under his threshold. Was it he went under the threshold after he took like requested the payout, but the payout wasn't approved yet?
Right, yeah. So the payout wasn't approved yet. So yeah, he requested it on like a Friday, and then over the weekend they didn't approve it. Sorry, he requested it like on a Thursday, I think, and they approved it. But then there's like a buffer that you have to wait before it's actually withdrawn from your account. And what happened with him was he took an L after he reached the threshold. And since he went under the threshold before they withdrew it from his account, they denied the payout through over the weekend.
So he blew his account and didn't get paid out.
Yeah, he didn't blow the account. He just took a loss. So now he has to get back to the threshold before he requests a payout. Wait for them to...
Payout, not the trailing drawdown. Okay.
Yeah, you got to wait for them to withdraw that money from the account, and then you can keep trading as long as you don't take a loss. But if you take a loss and go under the threshold before they pay you out, then they're going to deny the payout because you went under the threshold.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Impatient.
Yeah, they say don't touch the account until the funds are pulled. So that
That's
should.
I remember when
a decent
FTMO had
buffer,
minimum trading days when I did FTMO, and it just I passed it in like 4 days, and the rest of the time I just took a 0.01 every day, just like took it and closed it right away.
Yeah, I have a question about that. So if I hit, I have
They
to
don't
wait
have that
another
no
10 days. I broke a rule on Thursday because I just over leveraged. So I broke the consistency rule because I had a win that's going to be way bigger than 30% of my overall profit.
You gotta keep trading.
Right, but do I have to take the same I take full on? I mean, I'm probably going to, but do I have to take full on trades to the point where I'm, making my normal 10 pips or whatever, or 10 for the next 10 days?
No, take
Can I
bigger
just-
trades. You can still take your normal trades. It's just you gotta
No,
have
but
that
I'm
trade
saying-
go down to less than being 30%. If you take bigger trades,
Well,
that trade will
less
go
than
down
30%
faster,
within 10
percentage-wise.
days. It's less than 30% within a 10 trading day window. So for the next 10 days, if I just open a trade and close it, can I just do that for 10 days since I have the profit in my account to take the withdrawal if I was there?
That's what I'm thinking you can do because they make you wait another 10 days of not breaking any rules before you get paid out if you do break a rule. So if you're just opening like a 0.1 lot and closing it and not doing anything like that, then yeah, you don't have to trade every day, but you just need a total of 10 trading days, which you would need to trade every session at least once.
Mm-hmm. Oh, it's every session?
Well, every 24 hours. So to make
Okay.
it a day, yeah, you would lose like $4 in commission. So you just got to make sure that $4 doesn't add up and gets you under. So if you're like exactly at the threshold and then you start taking small commission losses and then you go under the threshold.
That would suck if you did it that way. Losing
Yeah.
by commission.
Bro, that shit happened to me the first time I passed a 50K. I still needed like 3 trading days, and I was like $12 over like the 53. And dude, every time I fucking take one, it was like eating $3. I was like, bro, I'm not gonna make it. I was like, I'm not gonna make it.
Yeah, they make you be patient. So that's why if you request a payout on one, you work on another account or your live account, and then just wait till you get paid out.
what are the chances they push the 90% sell again? We've done it 4 times now.
Yeah,
The problem is that we're not seeing any examples of why these people are getting denied. They're just saying that it's the DCA. But like,
Gotta
we
even
need
make
some
sense.
examples,
I mean,
right?
that's the
Like,
rule.
people need to post some shit of like what exactly is getting denied.
Trade by Matt he's been posting it.
What?
Okay. We're about to close here in about 5 minutes, and this is what we want. Something to happen. Something similar to this. Right, we want a closure above here, roughly bottom wicks to here, and I don't care if this happens. This whole play right here happens in 1 candle or in 5 candles, but we want a respect of this area as a support, a bottom wick somewhere to this area, and then we want to look for buys up roughly to here. That's your advantage point. 23, 35, 36 areas, about 50 pips. But we got to get that closure above here. Closure above, and then we're going to need these bottom wicks, 23, 29. 23, 29, 23, 28 areas. And then flip. No bottom wick entries, nothing like that. You're bearish here on the daily. This could be a top wick for the daily to continue down, or even for the 4 hour at this area. Hold on a second.
Keep in mind, a lot of these denied payouts they're not taking your profit away. They're just making you wait 10 more days of consistency and not breaking any rules to get your money.
Yeah, exactly. So I mean, it's not that much of a harm. Problem is, if we close above that level you have drawn at 30.36, we'll have no wick. And if you look on the 5, we're rejecting this level pretty strongly.
Yeah, on my broker, I don't have a bottom wick on the 15.
Same.
Hold on a second, chat. The 5 faked out here. Look, the previous 5 closed back in range. It's an interesting closure here in a minute. long does FTMO take to pay? I don't know. I did it just to know what funding. Okay, I actually videotaped. I did it initially was to show people that you can just, grab $60, get a cheapest funded account, pass it, and with that money, grab the biggest funded account, pass that, and then boom, you have your funding and get funded, and you have your capital to trade personal account.
Damn, man, is your computer on fire?
What?
That's crazy. The biggest cloud I've ever seen.
What?
Eddie out here, the vape lord Nord.
Clouds.
Hold on, we just closed here. Let's see. So the hourly closed like ass and feet, right? We closed above. We didn't close above this little area. We closed, but we did close above. The issue is we closed with no top wick. Couple of things I want to see: a break of this candle high, a pullback, and then the market tell us if we're going to hold support or not. But this isn't enough of a top wick. I'm going to need a candle here, 5 or 15, whatever it is, to create a top wick before I can trade. If it just drives up, I'm not in it, right? Or we're going to need to start seeing some bearish closures back down in range. That's an ugly closure. I would typically, on a Sunday, I would typically end the session, but I got like another 10-15 minutes in here. See if we can create that top wick and then take advantage of it, right? So if we know, if you're new with us, that no top wick here means we don't have range, right? It's a mini top wick. Realistically, like this is what you look at it, we barely have one. So it tells us there's a lack of range above here. Typically the next candle will come back down, right? If we know that, number one. Number two, the daily's massively bearish. Number three, we're looking for this area to create a top wick so the 4-hour can flip because the previous 4-hour respected resistance here. We can either start looking for a move to happen to the downside, or we can wait for this top wick to be created. If the candle right now didn't create it, the next one might, right? So we might get this kind of closure here, right? We might get something like this, but we'll still respect this area. And if we respect that, then we're looking for just bottom wicks, breaks at highs, or flips, right? We're looking for a bottom wick here. Oh, whoops. Right, we're looking for a bottom wick then, and a buy on the flip to fill to at least this area. But we're going to need to establish, first of all, that this is a support and that there's range to go up, right, in the form of a wick. Otherwise, we're just waiting to come back down. Sorry, delete
Say we
this.
get a 15-minute closure here. That looks, I mean, just like this, no top wick. Can we look for a 15-minute onion plate to take back down if we make a top wick on the next 15?
If we start closing, if we close below 23.30.
But that's something you would be interested in if that sets up?
Yes, and it wouldn't be this candle. Like, it would be multiple candles. It would be a 15 closure or a 30 closure.
Exactly, yeah.
And it wouldn't, because on the smaller time frame, you'll need it to come back down, retest the high, grab orders, come back down. Like I always say, market doesn't just turn around in one candle, right? When you get off the highway, drive it one way, you need to go around, make a U-turn. Same thing's happening here. So the market will, like, do this. Sorry, wrong color, but like on the smaller time frame, you'll have an indication that, like, all right, we're now grabbing orders. Calling it a night here. All right, Pips. Have a good night. Yeah, I'm gonna wait like maybe for this 15-minute can. I want to see how we close. If it's able to create a top wick, or if we can come back down in range. Either or. And then I'll call it. And then I'm gonna go smoke that joint. By my lonely. I have no more money to buy another challenge. JOB funding. By the way, chat, the amount of people that fucking stormed my DMs asking me to drop them a link for the funding company is kind of frightening. For everyone that's seen my Instagram reel, yo, I sent to Don, like I sent him a screenshot of everybody asking me, or people asking me, like, to send him a link for the funding company. I forgot what he said. It wasn't anything nice. Watch Dustin Islam. Yeah, we discussed that earlier, Ike. Why frightening? Because it's scary how many people thought when I said JOB funding, they thought it was a real funding company. That's why it's frightening. It's scary that so many people could not understand that it meant get a fucking job. Joe, you're scaring me too right now. Joe Fargo. You're scaring me right now.
Yo, Eddie, you know those buys you take off market open at 6? Like, I see you do that a lot.
I've been taking any buys on market open. That's Toby.
You got like at least 5 times I can remember, like literally market open. You'd send into the chat, be like, "That's it for my night. Don't know if I'll see you in 8." And
Oh no, he just didn't like the market open. He's like, nope, that's it.
That's
Usually
that's
at
Toby.
like 7:30. Yeah, that's Toby. Usually like at 7:30,
Just
I
call him
might
Tofu?
see something.
yeah, I caught it today, but I actually got really lucky.
Yeah, I think it is Toby that he does it like almost every single market open. He
Toby
instantly-
loves trading the market open at 6.
He instantly buys every single time.
Yeah, it's got like a 98% win rate right now.
I think he said that he was working on a strategy for that, and that's why he was doing that.
It sounds dumb, but I was like, you know, every weekend the U.S. national debt goes up so much. That'd be a reason as to why gold pumps.
Kiss said, the fuck's a job? That's the problem, kid. That's the problem, kids.
People think one funded account is gonna get you rich, but the problem is once you get funded, how are you gonna blow it? Are you gonna keep it? How are you gonna break the rules? Are you even gonna get paid out? People get
It's probably harder keeping that account because you got to keep it for like a year, 2 years, like a long term, right? Getting funded is just a short term consistency.
I mean, I lost 100,000 in funding within a month of having the account. Didn't even get paid out. So I mean, just because you get the funded account doesn't mean it's it. You made it.
It doesn't really sound sustainable.
Get a job, people.
So Wix, we can't expect you to explain your trade ideas anymore.
Say that again? I
No,
can't hear you. For some reason, either you're coming through muffled or it's coming through really quietly for me.
It's these things right here. AirPods. But I'm saying we can't expect you to be in the clubhouse chat explaining what you're looking for anymore. Now that you have the signals.
Oh no, I'm gonna be in
Yeah.
there. I've been like over the last week. I'm gonna be in the clubhouse in the chat all the time. I'm just like I'm not gonna put signals in there like where I'm taking positions. Like I'll still discuss stuff, but that's the signals are separate because like it's just a whole different level of pressure signals are. But yeah, I'm still going to be in the clubhouse. I'm going to be talking about what I'm looking at, what I'm looking for, what's interesting, what you should pay attention to. If you got questions, I'm still answering them. Like, you still have a direct link to me in the clubhouse. You know what I mean?
Good to know.
It's just, the only thing is just my signals won't be in there. That's it. My entries, my closures, but after they play out or before they play out, like, we can discuss stuff for sure. Do any of you guys on the panel have jobs? Yeah. I think everyone on the he said panel.
The panel.
Zoom?
I fix air conditioners, bro. I crawl through attics. I sell air conditioners.
Yo, do not let Eddie around your wife. Eddie the MILF hunter.
If he's hiding on the roof, you already know what's good.
If your wife is hot, do not hire Eddie to cool down the air in your house. Let the wife be hot.
And JOB funding is where you need to be at, guys. I have a house. I have my own car. It's my room, all my own shit. I can focus on trading. I don't need this money. When you need it and you're worrying about trying to make money
Yeah,
off
but
trading,
you'd rather have it, right? You'd rather have the Lambo than the truck, but you still, it's not like it's gonna, the fact that you're gonna, you know, not, or if trading takes a long time, right? Like, it's not
exactly
gonna drag you down
I'm chilling.
the drain.
Yeah, I sold my shop last year, but I'm still doing mobile mechanics. So
Yeah. I'm chilling in the meantime. I'm not dying over here. I'm good.
What up, facts? Work in insurance. Haven't done that. Wix, I have a baby on the way. Baby on the way, mad bills to pay. Just reaching? Hell yeah, drop me a registry. Send me the registry. Uncle Wix got you. When you guys on the panel think you'll be quitting your jobs, like, I love how they call you the panel. It's awesome. Guys, tonight on the panel, got Hank, Santos, Javier, and Eddie, and SL.
Yeah, I don't think I'll ever quit. I work for myself with my cousin, so it's a family business.
I am. I'm looking for complete replacement. I guess spend more time with my kids.
Since we're a family business, I'm always around family anyways. My dad, my uncles, my cousins. And eventually I'm going to be at the office the whole time, so I can always have trading and the other stuff.
Word. Look at that. SL's at work right now. She's chilling in the panel. 15 back in range here, huh? All right, I'll wait the 30 candle and I'll call it if I want to see if we can start coming down, or if the next candle will come back up and close back up above the range. You know, I already spent a lot of time with my kids. Like I have like relative to the amount of hours in a day, or the amount of time there is in a day, I spend a decent amount of time with my kids. And it's still not enough. And I still feel like it ain't enough.
That's the truth, bro.
I keep looking for more time. That's how you'll see me run off the stream sometimes. I'll be like, no, I'm gonna go put my kids to bed before I fall asleep. And then, like, if they're half asleep, I'll be walking in there and be like, wake the fuck up! And when they're up, I'm like, all right, it's bedtime. Come fall asleep with daddy.
At the very least, are you looking for a top wick? Or, yeah, top wick on the 15 that makes the
On the
hourly
15,
dip?
no, honestly, I'm gonna wait. You want to wait on the 30. Here's the thing: there's a level here, right, to the left, and you really want some clear range. You don't want to fuck around with this here. So, where's the clear range? Probably below this area, right? So probably below here. Let's go back even further. There's no point in rushing into a position. Yeah, and if it drives where you see it drive, like another one's forming. There's always another position right around the corner. An hour away, a few hours away, next candle. Like there's opportunity. If you know what you're looking for, and you've sample sized, and you know how often your positions come, right? Like you stick to looking for what you're looking for, right? We sample sized, and we know that our positions happen quite often. Like don't settle. Wait for your position. Oh, Dallas is on the board. Let's go 2-1. Now it's gonna be a good game.
No. Yeah, my bad.
Person on the panel here, I'm working 168 hours a month for $850 a month. Well, time to shoot up the place. No, I'm just kidding. Just fucking kidding. Don't fucking listen to me, bro. Just keep working. I mean, it's like, it just all depends where you live.
Yeah, it's 42 hours a week, bro.
Yeah, but
Damn.
like if you put that work in probably in the US, you're probably making a lot more. That's what I'm saying. Probably depends on where you live.
Yeah, Santos was talking to us the other day, telling us where he lives is pretty cheap. If you make some good money like trading, you can live pretty good over there.
Yeah, bro. I mean, like, you know, you move to fucking Somalia, and you know, you're making trading money. Yeah, you could probably be like a warlord or something.
That's why a lot of foreigners are doing really well in the UFC. They get $150,000 bonus and they can buy a mansion in their country. And now they're good forever.
Now I can have a mansion in the middle of these mountains and a whole bunch of goats.
And then here, 50K gets you a trailer park at the ghetto.
Calle Ocho.
No, the trailer parks in Miami are double what they are in West Palm.
Yeah, you
Yo,
some
trailer
cheap-
parks in Miami are pretty upscale, bro. If you here's the thing, especially if you go to Broward County, like trailer parks are upscale because it's not people that are like that you'd imagine in trailer parks. It's typically the snowbirds. There's a lot of snowbirds living in matter of fact, they come down with their own trailers. You'll just see a bunch of empty spots in trailer parks.
That's senior living communities.
No, no, I'm not talking about I'm talking about snowbirds. You could be 45, bro. It doesn't matter. You don't have to be a senior. So you're a snowbird and you need like seasonal, like that's what they do. You know, they got a space for trailers for you know, your
Or
Winnebago.
45. You couldn't say 55.
It doesn't matter. You could be 12 with an adult.
Yeah, we got a lot of New Yorkers that come down here.
We
They
get
have vacation
a lot of Ontario plates. A lot, like Quebec,
Yeah,
Ontario,
a lot of
Montreal,
French Canadian.
Toronto. Yeah. My next door neighbor, the one that like very next door, like one side. No, this guy's the cook. Like he's chill. But the one on the other side, he's a doctor in Canada, in Quebec, I think. And they're French Canadian, and like they're here 6 months out of the year, and the other 6 months his house just stands empty, and like I'd be having parties in his backyard. No, I know. Just it would be cool though. Just combine back. Excuse me, sir. You got my backyard on your property. I want it back. Canada's a lost cause. Montreal's a ghost town in the winter? Yeah, because you're all fucking here clogging up the I-95. You can't fucking drive in Florida in the middle of winter because it's half Canada. Ontario sucks. Move to Saskatchewan. America.
See that 15-minute rejected that 30.36 level perfectly.
Yeah, the one that we drew, I saw it made a top wick. I'm just not convinced that it can reject off there. I just don't know if it'll drive down. I'd rather see a higher time frame. And I'd rather see a steeper closure. And overall, I'd rather see a steep.
So far.
Because look, you have, right, if we understand range 1, range 2 concepts, then you've had, right, your range 1, you have your range 2, and you're likely, after this, you're likelier to head up than to head down at that area. That's why I'd want a steeper closure, and if anything, honestly, overall, I'd rather close below this area. If we can get this candle to close below here, top wick, and we're taking sells. Let's see. And maybe that can take us to our 4-hour flip. And, you know, to be fair, volume has been coming in a bit later, a bit like an hour or two after our stream lately. So this would be a freaking incredible 4-hour top wick.
You still got that sell stuff on the 4-hour bottom?
No, but as we start coming down there, I'll probably add it on. Remember I said once we start coming back down, then I'll probably add it. Because we might get better entries. There's a chance the 30 closes here, we get a bottom wick, a decent bottom wick. We come back up to re-break the 30 high. Like the 15 tried here, but it didn't. It just rejected off that most recent, off the overall. Don't hate on the Canadians. No, we love maple syrup. Yay, Canada. Space Cadet, have a good night.
say it's the motion playing out in the 5? Or would that need more time frames in order to be the motion?
What's playing on the
You know,
5?
the motion where, you know, we come out, take out,
Yeah.
head and shoulder.
Yeah, I guess you could say that on the smaller time frame, yeah. But then you would have had to look for an indication right here to enter, which probably probably say that's the top wick. So if you recognized it like that, yeah, that's pretty solid. Your advantage point is the fill of the wick though. It's 8 pips. Right, because at 8 pips here you have to go break even. Anything below here there's a high chance it rejects. As you're seeing, right? You're seeing that initial play. Doesn't mean it will reject, but you're seeing the initial kind of bounce off of it. Like we've moved, but we have not set up. It's gonna be a nice week. Make sure you guys are up tomorrow for New York session. Should be pretty volatile. All the higher time frame candles are, you know, are strong candles. We don't really have range of candles on the higher time frame. All right, 30 closing here. What I would look for. Closure below here. Bottom wick on this 30 absolutely needed. We have one, we just need to close below here. And then a top wick once we close below here to somewhere here. Yep. Kind of tapped this area already, but I'll wait for us to get back there. And I know the 5 got it here, but the 5 doesn't really have it. There's a level here on the 5. And the 5 closed below this area, but you have a minute left on this 30. Or 90 seconds left. And also pay attention for that 4-hour flip. Anytime in the next 2.5 hours, you still have, I'm sorry, yeah, 2.5 hours, you still have potential for that 4-hour flip and sells at this area. Okay, 23, 26 areas. I'm sorry, I don't want the wick here. I'd want to see it back to 23.30, just like the 15 did here. I want to see us come back up and tap that area, 23.30, and disregard this area.
Yeah, I just saw your. Hold on.
And we did not close below there. We closed right at it. That kind of sucks. I think I'm gonna call it here because there's a chance this could come back up here. And there's a reason we have a level there, right? Like this is, look where these wicks come down to. Remember I said it's not really how you form candle wise, not really how you print, although that matters, like it gives you a lot of help, but really what price points you tap. And look at this rejection here. Like almost on the dot with this area. These wicks come down and just took off. There's a level here, I think, on the 5 also. A lot of rejection here. Right there. Right there where these wicks rejected, where we found a level. I think if we closed below this area, it would have been a lot easier for the sells. Now, you could still come down here, right? But it's just, I'm not as confident now. But if you do, right, you still have your 4-hour. Close below this area. No, I don't want it below here. Let's see how this 5-minute closes here. We'll see this 5-minute through. I want to see if it'll really come down.
What was a tick away from getting up to themselves there?
But it literally closed at the level we drew, right? It didn't. It's not like we drew a level there after it closed. It just, this is the level that we had that we wanted to closure below. There's a reason we set that level there. And we didn't get it. Like I said, you wait for the next closure, next opportunity, next setup. Doesn't mean you have to force it. Might hop in from your rules. Yeah, go for it. I mean, you did fake out. It depends on where you drew the level there. But my level's here, so for me, we didn't really fake out. Faked out up here on the 15. Don't forget the previous hourly is still massively bullish. You haven't retested the highs here to come down. Right? So unless you close below here, highly likely you're still going to retest the highs here with the price, right? Price should still come back up, retest, unless you get a massively bearish push back in this range. Then you're not looking to retest the highs. You're looking to retest the most recent resistance up here with a top wick. Yeah, where was our level here? Right there, right? So yeah, I wanted to wait this 5 out. See, maybe the 5 here can close below and then we'll come back up for a top wick, but it looks like this 5 is respecting. So I'm most likely going to call it a session here. How many trades do you normally get in the Asian session? We get it roughly a trade a day lately. On the year, we average roughly 3 to 4 trades for the week. So maybe 1 a day, 1 every other day. I personally average anywhere 2 to 4 trades a day between New York and Asian session throughout the day. 2 to 4, that would be like 3. Yeah, it closed respecting. We didn't even close the 5. Didn't take us nowhere. Broke the lows here. Closed bullish. Gang, I'm gonna call it a session here. It's getting late. We tried. We had sell stops. We deleted. If the 4-hour does start coming back down here, I'll pay attention to it just until midnight. Not until midnight. Until 1 a.m. Till pre-London. Because there's a chance it could still come down and flip, and if that happens, it's gonna fill the range down to 24 at the very least. So it's decent 30 pips there. Yeah. Other than that, congrats to everybody that snuck in today. I know. I hope it was valuable information-wise, right? If you guys got to sneak in and see what we do at the Sunday Unfiltered. Just unfortunately, we didn't set up for a trade, but you can't guess, right? Last Sunday we had 2 positions. This Sunday, none. So I hope at least you got some value out of it and some great knowledge. All right, we'll resume tomorrow, same time, same place, 8 p.m. Eastern here, live on YouTube. Tomorrow's stream though will be a public stream on purpose. That one is public for everybody. Okay, gang. So don't get upset. Nothing, nothing today. There's tomorrow. There's the entire week. There's the entire month of June. Quarter 2 is not up yet. After this, we got quarter 3. Like the year is not even halfway done. People are like, "Oh, it's already halfway done." No, it's not even halfway done. Right? The year's not even done. Your trading career is just getting started. I think I'm going to call it here, gang. Love and wisdom to you all, chat. Mods, thank you for helping me run the stream. And Zoom, I'll see you guys in the clubhouse. Eddie, Javier, Santos, Hank, Speeve, SL. I'll see you guys in the clubhouse. As for me, my time is up. And just like that, another Asian session is in the books. Good night, everybody.